What was it like teaching your first class?
Well, there was a lot in, like in heavy equipment. Okay, you get up and go to the morning, everything looks good, like you go down there, and you have a class of like at least 10, and I had to teach students, a lot of students, from Class A, like tools, hand tools, because I had students from Navajo Reservation, and their idea of getting out and thing was just get in a pickup, turn the key and go, you know. And they never, more or less never used a wrench, never had to service a vehicle, and so you had to start them from scratch. And had some funny incidents in that, you know, and then some, and one of them I remember mostly was a guy, you teach him how to do something or tell him to do that, you know, and you had to teach him what size wrench and what wrench was, what it was called, and then show them how to do this, do that, and to get on the bottom to hold it, and it was upside down, it was backwards.
Oh.
Yeah, teach them thumb, 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 thumb.
In shady green pastures, so rich and so sweet, God leads his dear children along. Where the water's cool flow bathes the weary one's feet, God leads his dear children along. Some through the waters, some through the flood, some through the fire, but all through the blood. Some through great sorrow, but God gives us song in the night season and all the day long.
Well, I was born in Alders, Oklahoma.
Okay.
And that's down southeast from here, that. And July 22nd, 1929. My dad was mostly local labor, and he enrolled me in Jones Academy Indian School at Hartsmore, Oklahoma. I was going into the 9th grade. I was in the first semester of 9th grade. I was a boxer in that school. I had boxed in the Muskogee, Oklahoma tournament, and the president of that college was interested in that type of activity, but he was a speaker at a church camp that I attended, and my dad introduced me to him, and when he found out that I was a boxer and that I had won the tournament there, he offered me a working scholarship to come to Bacon and to be on their athletic program.
Sometimes on the mount where the sun shines so bright, God leads his dear children along. Sometimes in the valley, in the darkest of night, God leads his dear children alone. Some through the waters, some through the flood, some through the fire, but all through the blood. Some through great sorrow, but God gives us song in the night season.
I went back to Haskell and went back to Lawrence and worked and started working construction work there, and got dating pretty heavily with a young lady I met there, and so we got married.
in shady green pastures, so rich and so sweet. God leads his dear children along, where the water's cool flow bathes the weary one's feet. God leads his dear children along. Some through the waters, some through the flood, some through the fire, but all through the blood. Some through great sorrow, but God gives us song in the night season and all the day long. Sometimes on the mount where the sun shines so bright, God leads his dear children along. Sometimes in the valley, in the darkest of night, God leads his dear children along. Some through the waters, some through the flood, some through the fire, but all through the blood. Some through great sorrow, but God gives us song in the night season and all the day long. Away from the mire and away from the clay, God leads his dear children along. Away up in glory, eternity's day, God leads his dear children along. Some through the waters, some through the flood, some through the fire, but all through the blood. Some through great sorrow, but God gives us song in the night season and all the day long.
And I believe there's no way that we can repay him, so to speak, but just serve him with our lives and our testimony and that he has given to us.